This is ANN News Brief.
Democratic Republic of Congo's officials in the east say at least 36 persons have been killed by suspected Islamist militants overnight in attacks on villages, the latest in a series of attacks believed to have been carried out by the Allied Democratic Forces, ADF rebels, a Ugandan Islamist group operating in the west of Beni territory. Local officials and civil society leaders said on Wednesday 4 villages were raided by the rebels. The Congolese army began an operation, a large-scale offensive against the rebel group in October. Since then, there has been a surge of violence. The administrator of Beni, Donant Kibwana, said all the victims were killed with machetes in the village of Momove. Activists in Beni region say at least 265 civilians have been killed so far in numerous attacks that appear aimed at turning the population against the military. The African Union, AU, has evaluated China's efforts in controlling coronavirus-caused pneumonia. The Director of African Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, John Kengasong, told a press conference on Tuesday in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. There were no confirmed cases of pneumonia caused by the coronavirus in Africa. He said the AU has deployed management systems in all member states to monitor outbreaks across the continent by activating emergency operation centers.
The cooperation between China CDC and the Africa CDC is good, strong, especially during this outbreak. We have requested some tests, laboratory diagnostics, reagents from China CDC, and we continue to get updates from China CDC colleagues who are working with us.
Global authorities have issued health warning against coronavirus that started in China. A new figure released overnight shows 170 persons have been killed by the virus and more than 7,000 cases recorded. We'll be right back.
We are on the road every day, canvassing throughout Africa for news you really need. We follow this story everywhere, from every corner of Nigeria to the wide African expanse. We bring you what's making headlines. We connect you with news you can use. ANN, African News Network, in a truly African spirit.
Mali is planning to increase the size of its army by nearly 50% in a recruitment drive this year in fight against jihadist groups. Prime Minister Bobo Cisse said on Wednesday the country will hire 10,000 new soldiers in the coming months to allow armed and security forces be much more effective in areas they were not. The move is aimed at uprooting jihadist groups. He did not say how much the increase would cost or how the arid West African country would pay. It was also not clear how it would lure people into an army whose troops are frequently killed in attacks by Islamists. Much of central and northern Mali is largely used by groups as a base from which to launch attacks across neighboring Niger and Burkina Faso. At least 20 soldiers were killed in a pre-dawn attack on an army camp in the center of the country on Sunday. France warned on Monday against possible U.S. troop cuts in West Africa, as that will have an impact on logistical support and intelligence gathering. That is ANN News Brief at 1. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Ademi.